These are the kind of horror movies that can truly haunt you. I mean the ones so terrifying, people actually claim they felt a strange presence around them after watching. In this video, we're diving into 5 such spine-chilling movies that left viewers scared even after the screen went dark. If you've already watched any of these, don't forget to drop your experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. I'm Arshi, and you are watching Arshiverse. So, let's begin with movie number 1. The Conjuring, a horror masterpiece that redefined supernatural cinema when it hit theaters back in 2013. Directed by James Wan, this film isn't just scary, it's deeply unsettling because it's based on a true story. That alone hits different. The movie follows Ed and Lorraine Warren, real-life paranormal investigators, as they take on one of their most disturbing cases, the Perron family haunting. What makes The Conjuring stand out isn't just the jump scares. It's the heavy atmosphere, the feeling that something is always watching, always lurking. Every creak of the floorboard, every shadow in the corner, you feel it. And the way it builds tension is just brilliant. It doesn't rush. It lingers, making you uncomfortable in the best way. And let's be real, that clapping game scene? Pure nightmare fuel. People came out of theaters feeling like something followed them home. That's how effective it was. If you've ever thought horror was all about gore and cheap scares, The Conjuring proves otherwise. It brings emotion, a real family in danger, and a creeping dread that sticks with you long after the credits roll. It's not just a movie, it's an experience. One that'll make you leave a night light on, even if you don't believe in ghosts. And the second one is The Exorcist, and if you're a true horror fan, this one is a rite of passage. Released in 1973, The Exorcist isn't just a horror film, it's a cultural phenomenon. Even decades later, it's still considered one of the scariest movies ever made, and honestly, it earns that title. What makes it terrifying isn't blood or monsters. It's the realism, the slow descent into something truly disturbing. The film builds its fear with patience, grounding everything in a deeply human story that somehow feels way too real. And maybe that's what makes it so powerful. It doesn't feel like you're watching a movie. It feels like you're witnessing something you weren't supposed to see. The atmosphere? Cold, heavy, and unnerving. The sound design, the visuals, the performances, everything works together to pull you into a nightmare that doesn't let go. Even after all these years, people still talk about how this movie made them feel. Some couldn't sleep. Some swore off horror altogether. That's the level of psychological impact we're dealing with here. It's not just scary, it's emotionally intense. The Exorcist sticks with you, challenges you, and dares you to keep watching. If you're looking for a horror movie that truly earns its legacy, this is it. But fair warning, it's not for the faint of heart. And on the third number is Hereditary, one of the most disturbing horror films of the last decade. Released in 2018 and directed by Ari Aster, this film didn't just scare people, it shattered them. This isn't your typical haunted house or jump scare movie. Hereditary digs into something much deeper, something psychological, emotional, and honestly, devastating. From the very first frame, there's a sense of dread that hangs heavy over everything. It's quiet, but suffocating. The way the story unfolds is so unsettling because it feels grounded, like this could happen. The characters feel painfully real, and their grief, confusion, and fear become your own. That's the genius of it. Toni Collette delivers one of the most intense and unforgettable performances in horror history. You don't just watch her unravel, you feel every second of it. The visuals? Disturbing in a way that's hard to explain. There are no cheap tricks here. The horror in Hereditary is slow, creeping, and when it hits hard. And if you've seen the audience reactions, people were shook. Some viewers were silent through the credits, others said they couldn't sleep, and many admitted they were emotionally drained. It's that kind of movie. It messes with your mind and stays with you. Hereditary isn't just scary, it's unsettling. It crawls under your skin and doesn't let go. If you're looking for something that challenges your idea of horror, this one is a must-watch. But don't say we didn't warn you. Now let's talk about The Shining, a horror classic that isn't just creepy, it's psychologically haunting. Directed by Stanley Kubrick and based on Stephen King's novel, The Shining isn't your average ghost story. This 1980 masterpiece messes with your head in the most brilliant way. It's not loud, it's not fast, but it gets inside your mind, and that's exactly what makes it terrifying. Set in a massive, isolated hotel, the atmosphere is cold, eerie, and filled with an overwhelming sense of something wrong. From the very start, you can feel that unease slowly growing, like the silence before a storm. Kubrick doesn't throw scares at you. He builds them, carefully, uncomfortably, and when they land, they leave a mark. Jack Nicholson's performance? Legendary. His descent into madness is so intense, so real, that even after all these years, people still quote his lines, mimic his expressions, and talk about how deeply disturbing his character became. But here's the thing, The Shining isn't about easy scares. It's about dread, paranoia, isolation, and losing your grip on reality. It's the kind of horror that creeps up slowly, then refuses to leave. Audiences over the years have had divided reactions. Some walked out confused, others were left completely rattled. But one thing is certain, no one ever forgets this film. It gets under your skin and makes you question what you just watched. If you're looking for horror that plays with your mind and haunts your thoughts long after the credits roll, The Shining is a journey you won't forget. But be warned, it's not just the hotel that's haunted. Before we go for fifth, which one is very creepy and horrific, first you have to subscribe to the Arshiverse. I hope you all are enjoying the video. Now let's go back to where raw, gritty horror truly began. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, released in 1974. This isn't your polished, effects-heavy modern horror movie. This is grindhouse terror, dirty, uncomfortable, and shockingly real. Directed by Tobe Hooper, this film didn't just scare audiences, it traumatized them. What makes this movie so horrifying isn't just what happens, it's how it's done. The way it's shot almost feels like a documentary. It's so raw, it blurs the line between fiction and reality. You don't feel like you're watching a film. You feel like you're trapped inside it. And let's be honest, Leatherface? He isn't some stylish slasher villain. He's chaotic, unpredictable, and genuinely terrifying. There's no supernatural power, no twisted one-liners. Just pure, human horror. That's what makes it worse. It feels like this could really happen out in the middle of nowhere. Despite its age, this movie still makes people uncomfortable today. Audiences back then reportedly walked out of theaters, feeling sick, disturbed, and genuinely shaken. And even now, some say it's one of the most relentless horror experiences ever made. It's not about gore, surprisingly. There's very little shown on screen. But the suggestion of violence, the sound design, and the unbearable tension make it feel even more brutal. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is horror at its most primal. It doesn't give you time to breathe. It grabs you, shakes you, and leaves you rattled. If you're ready for something raw, nerve-wracking, and unforgettable, this is the one that started it all.